stayed in town this weekend, and you went to the Firebirds game on Saturday.
They're going to start winning.
Fingers crossed.
I went to this one. They didn't win again, but they're the youngest team in the league.
Yes, absolutely.
So they will turn it around.
Yeah, fingers crossed. What do we look at? The weekend was really great. It was beautiful out.
It was gorgeous. Temperature's starting to go up a bit. Tuesday's going to get really hot here, but I really enjoyed staying in town for the weekend. I met so many lovely people. I was at this diner, at this coffee. I went to the game. So many people came up to me. So please, if you see me, come say hi, because I'm loving absolutely everyone I'm running into.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thanks, Pablo. We'll see you shortly for the forecast. On to our top story this morning. Greater Palm Springs Pride announced that its Pride Equality Walk has been canceled this year. Yesterday, the group canceled their walk because of unexpected financial and logistical challenges. This is video from the walk in 2023 when it was organized by DAP Health. It was once known as the AIDS Walk. The walk was turned over to Greater Palm Springs Pride this year, and it was supposed to be the inaugural Pride Equality Walk. In an email, Greater Palm Springs Pride says they are committed to the event and plans to launch it next year. The Pride organization announced over the summer that it's working through a significant budget shortfall because of a loss of sponsorship in the current political climate. Riverside County sheriffs chased a wanted suspect through Bermuda Dunes on Sunday. You're looking at some footage that was posted on the Neighbors app. According to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, this happened just a little after 12 o'clock yesterday afternoon near Washington Avenue and Avenue of the States. According to officials, there was a wanted suspect. Deputies attempted to stop his vehicle, but the suspect didn't stop. That started a chase, which ended up needing to get aviation and canine units involved. Once stopped, the suspect surrendered and was taken into custody without incident. At this time, an investigation is ongoing. Kaiser Permanente is welcoming back 30,000 employees to work after a 5-day strike ended on Sunday. The company is resuming normal operations and say their focus is on continued delivery of high-quality, affordable care to our members and communities. According to Kaiser, negotiations will continue Wednesday on economic issues, specifically wages for employees. The union representing the workforce is seeking a 25% wage increase over 4 years and additional staffing. Kaiser has offered a contract proposal that includes 21.5% in total base wage increases over 4 years and enhanced medical plans and retiree benefits. Kaiser Permanente serves nearly 13 million people nationwide, including locally in the Valley. Well, if you bought steak lately, you've probably noticed the sticker shock. Beef prices are hitting record highs, and our Kai Beach shows us how one local restaurant and its customers are dealing with the spike.
At Kitchen 86, nearly 30% of all food sales include red meat, from juicy steaks and burgers to their popular meatball pizza cooked in this wood-fired oven. But now this popular Palm Desert restaurant is facing a growing challenge: soaring beef prices.
I'm a little concerned because high prices can scare customers, so we don't want that.
Manager Miguel says he's never seen costs climb this high, putting pressure on both the kitchen and the bottom line.
Eventually, when we get busier, we might adjust our prices, and that way we can make a little bit of profit and can pay the rent.
Beef prices are soaring, not just here in our desert, but across the country. New reports show steak prices have reached record levels, driven by everything from low cattle supplies to high demands and new tariffs. Some customers say these price hikes are changing how they eat and they shop.
Looks like everything's doubled in price. I usually would buy a couple of things, I passed and bought chicken instead. So yeah, it's crazy. It's out of control.
For Miguel and his team, it's a balancing act, watching costs closely and doing their best not to pass those increases on to customers. I'm Kai Beach for NBC Palm Springs.
Well, over the weekend, thousands participated in No King's Day rallies here in the Coachella Valley. The protest started as early as 9 a.m. on Saturday. This is some footage from a rally in Cathedral City. Many of the protesters told us this is an opportunity to express their discontent with the current Trump administration.
Because our Congress is not acting like they're a democratic body anymore, and our president certainly isn't. And so the problem we're having is our democracy isn't working right now. So that's what we're here in Cathedral City to do, is to make it very clear that we defend democracy.
And that was not the only rally taking place on Saturday. There were 4 officially registered protests on the NoKings.org website here in the Valley. From Cathedral City to Palm Springs, Democrats of the Desert and Friends held a rally for both No Kings Day and to push their stance on Proposition 50. This was located at the corner of East Palm Canyon and South Sunrise Way. Organizers say over 500 people signed up. Those are the people you see wearing the yellow vests there.
I'm here today because I want to defend democracy. I want the people in authority in Washington to know that we expect them to uphold the oath they took to the Constitution, which they violate on a daily basis.
NoKings.org has no planned future rallies at this time, but according to their website, tomorrow there will be a mass video call to reveal further action. Well, last night in Beaumont, a celebration of life was held for Emmanuel Haro, the 7-month-old baby who was reported missing over 3 months ago. This comes after Emmanuel's father, Jake Haro, pled guilty to murder, child endangerment, and filing a false police report last week at the Riverside Hall of Justice. The baby's mother, Rebecca, is still maintaining her not guilty plea and is being charged with 2 crimes, murder and filing a false police report. Organizers tell us Sunday's event was to remember and celebrate the infant's life.
Instead of it being so negative and it just being a negative thought on our mind and something negative that we're dealing with, I'm trying to make it something positive for the kids and for everybody to know that children are our future, you know. Let's make it brighter and better for them.
Rebecca Haro's next court date is scheduled for October 28th at the Riverside Hall of Justice. Let's head back outside. Here's a live look from our Agua Caliente Casino camera in Palm Springs. Pablo, hopefully we have a really nice, cool week on tap here.
Not cool, but it will be very nice. It'll be very dry. We won't feel much humidity. Humidity right now just at 28%. Temperature 68 degrees in Palm Springs. Very light wind, just 5 miles an hour, but the temperatures will quickly start going up, especially on Tuesday. But looking at the hourly temps for today, we're at 69 degrees by 8 a.m., so perfect time to go out for a little morning walk. 82 degrees by 10, but look, by 2 p.m., we're already up to 92 degrees. On Tuesday, we might see as high of 94, 95 degrees. Nighttime is going to start going down, but only to 77 degrees, where just a few days ago, we were in the low 50s at nighttime. Looking at temperatures right now at 29 Palms in the high desert, they're at 52. Joshua Tree at 53. Down by us, Palm Desert at 62. Palm Springs at 68. But again, those temperatures will continue to go up as the week goes on. Our 3-day comfort air forecast, Monday, 93 degrees. And again, very dry, very low humidity. So perfect. You know, you won't be sweating, but it will be hot. On Tuesday, we're going to go up to 94 degrees, and then it's going to start cooling off by Wednesday and Thursday. But Monday and Tuesday, get ready to see those mid-90s again in the temperature forecast. And I'll give you the 7-day forecast coming up in a bit. Let's go back to Mary.
All right, Pablo, thanks so much. Well, over the weekend, Israel and Hamas traded accusations of significant breaches of the deal President Trump brokered. Israel accused Hamas of attacking its forces, and early Sunday, Israel launched airstrikes into southern Gaza. NBC's Alice Barr has the very latest for us.
This morning, aid trucks at the Gaza border as Israel says deliveries of life-saving supplies resumed today and that its forces are once again enforcing the ceasefire that President Trump said is still in effect. The fragile agreement facing a major test over the weekend when the Israeli military launched a wave of deadly strikes and paused aid transfers after accusing Hamas militants of killing 2 soldiers. President Trump citing internal divisions within Hamas.
We think maybe the leadership isn't involved in that, some rebels within, but either way, it's going to be handled properly.
While underscoring that Hamas must disarm as required in the peace deal he brokered.
If we have to, we'll disarm
the U.S.
Well, whether it's me or the U.S. or it's, a proxy, could be Israel with our backing. We won't have boots on the ground. There's no reason to.
Vice President Vance offering more specifics.
That's going to require, as we know, some of these Gulf Arab states to get
forces in there to actually apply some law and order and some security keeping on the ground.
The president's son-in-law, a key negotiator in the deal, zeroing in on governing Gaza.
The success or failure of this will be if Israel and this international mechanism is able to create a viable alternative. If they are successful, Hamas will fail, and Gaza will not be a threat to Israel in the future.
As the region and the world hope peace will hold. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Well, this weekend was a test of the fragile Gaza ceasefire. Vice President J.D. Vance says he or another administration official will head to Israel to help ease tensions. Sources familiar with plans for a U.S. delegation say two officials who helped broker the ceasefire deal might be involved as well. That's envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, and Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. A senior Israeli official says Gaza humanitarian aid shipments are continuing today after a pause yesterday. Well, the federal government shutdown is about to enter its third week with no end in sight. And unlike previous shutdowns, the federal agency responsible for overseeing the U.S. nuclear stockpile will furlough most of its staff on Monday. That's today. A spokesperson for the Department of Energy says about 1,400 workers at the National Nuclear Security Administration will receive furlough notices. Fewer than 400 workers will remain on the job to safeguard the stockpile. The agency was created in 2000 and has never furloughed federal workers until now. Despite the disruption in operations, the nuclear stockpile is reliable and there is no national security threat. Former President Joe Biden started radiation therapy to treat his prostate cancer. The president was diagnosed back in May and announced he would begin the therapy as Biden is scheduled to be a speaker at the 2025 Ben Nelson Gala hosted by the Nebraska Democratic Party. A spokesperson for Mr. Biden confirmed to NBC News that the radiation treatment started a few weeks ago and that he is, quote, doing very well. President Biden has two upcoming public appearances scheduled. He's set to be honored in Boston with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Edward M. Kennedy Institute, and he's scheduled to be a speaker at the 2025 Ben Nelson Gala hosted by the Nebraska Democratic Party, as we mentioned a moment ago. It's time now for Where in the Valley, where we show you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and you guess where it is. So let me show you that photo. Do you know where this is? You'll have a little time to think about it. We're going to reveal our special location at the very end of our broadcast, and I'll give you a small hint before we get there, so stay tuned for that. Coming up next on your morning news, local theater group Desert Theatricals has a spooky upcoming show to tell us about. That's this Friday. Well, that's coming up next. Then later on, Mandy Gaither seeks to disprove misconceptions around late-in-life pregnancies. First, we're going to head outside. Here's a live look at your Agua Caliente Casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Weatherman Pablo Alsina will have your full forecast for you straight ahead.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Rancho Mirage is about to get a spooky and spectacular musical makeover as Desert Theatricals presents the Broadway favorite, The Addams Family, live at the Rancho Mirage Amphitheater October 24th through the 26th. The beloved Broadway series continues in partnership with the city of Rancho Mirage, offering professional caliber performances under the stars, complete with a live orchestra and top-tier talent. Joining me today is musical director Joshua Carr. Good to see you, Joshua.
You too. Great. Thanks for having me.
I have to say, I went to one of your performances last season, and I was so impressed.
Oh,
There's
thank
dinner
you.
under the stars. If you're not doing the dinner, you can go. There's like a little food venue area where you can grab some food. And being under the stars was not only magical, but the performance, it was like going to a Broadway show.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I really enjoyed my experience. So tell me a little bit about The Addams Family. I've never seen that in a musical format.
It's odd.
Is it?
And that's when they say creepy and kooky, mysterious, spooky.
Yeah.
It really is. It's very tongue-in-cheek, over-the-top humor, but it's all your characters. It's Morticia and Gomez and Wednesday and Pugsley, Grandma Fester, Lurch, and then we find in the show that young Wednesday, who's not so young anymore, has fallen in love with a normal boy.
Oh, I see.
And that sends chaos into the family. And they haven't told Morticia yet, and Gomez and Wednesday are trying to keep it a secret until later, and Grandmama gives them a potion that at dinner makes them all speak truths.
Oh, interesting.
So everybody's truth comes out, and it's a great show, and there's some really fun music in it. Like I said, over-the-top humor, some great dance numbers. There's 10 dead ancestors that are in the show as well that serve as the ensemble and that really fill it out. So it's a fun evening, and most people have not seen it.
And it's right in time for Halloween.
It is.
So that'll be a nice little bonus. What else do you have coming up this season? Because, now the temperatures are getting cooler. It's so nice to be outside.
It is.
What a wonderful thing to do for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, out in the stars watching theater.
Well, we have a lot coming up. And Faith, I have to shout out to the city. They're our partner in this. And they make some of these shows free to the public. So our Christmas show, which is a great, big, spectacular Christmas. That's coming in December. Those are all free to the public.
Wow,
all you have to do is go on our website 1 month before each show and register for tickets. So we've got that. We've got a Beatles concert coming. We've got an illusion show that's great for the family. We have a Rat Pack show in February. And then we open our season. I can't say what the first show is yet, but follow our website on November 5th. We'll be able to announce that Razzle Dazzle show.
Oh, exciting.
With some artists from New York. So,
wow.
And then after that, we do cabaret. We have 2 kids shows. Shrek Jr. is coming up, and Frozen will be in the spring. And then we close that whole season next October with Into the Woods, Sondheim piece.
Oh, wonderful. Wow. What a great lineup.
Yeah, there's a lot coming.
That is so fantastic. I just continue to be impressed by what you guys do over there. It's a lot to do in a short amount of time.
It is, but we sure love it.
So the Addams Family, October 24th through the 26th. That's coming up next weekend.
Right.
Are there still tickets available?
There is, and there's still some dinner theater tables available. This is a first for us doing a show in October, so we still have some tables. Normally by this time we're sold out. But
and where can folks go for tickets?
They can go desert-theatricals.com, and on that site you can check dinner theater or general admission. Dinner theater will get you to a place where you can call the box office and order.
That's
and
wonderful.
It's Wally's Desert Turtle this year, too.
Oh, that's
which we're
great.
Very
They're
pleased with.
so very good.
Yeah, they're great.
Joshua, thank you for taking the time to come in today. And good luck with the performance next weekend. I look forward
We'll see
to
you
it.
there.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
I am Pablo Alsina, my third week in Palm Springs, and beautiful clear skies, perfectly blue. Yesterday, they'll be the same today. Looking at the sunrise, the Walter Clark Cam and Rancho Mirage. Temperatures will go up a bit. We're going to be in the 90s in no time, but right now 67 degrees, winds just 7 miles an hour, and I love this, humidity just 25%, so very dry, hot air coming in, and very light wind also, which is going to make it feel hotter than it really is. And right now the high temperatures all the way around Palm Springs, the hottest of the Southwest at 93 degrees, LA just 82 degrees right now. But let's zoom in a little bit to what we're going to see today in our area. Palm Springs, they're going to see highs of 93. Palm Desert even hotter at 95. Joshua Tree with highs of 83. Our good friends in Indio, they're going to feel it 94 degrees. Even Big Bear City, they're going to see a high of 70 degrees. They were in the low 50s at this time just a few days ago. The wind gusts that you're going to feel, just 7 miles an hour in Palm Springs. Whitewater, just 8 miles an hour. Even Palm Desert, just 4 miles an hour. That's why it's going to feel a little bit hotter, because you won't feel that much of a wind breeze at all day today. Now, if you're going to go walking, of course, watch us again at 6:30. But then after that, you can go for a nice little walk at 8 a.m. Still be only 67 degrees. Clear skies, perfect to get your exercise in. I always promote getting your exercise in by noon, 85. By 2 p.m., though, we'll be back up to the 90, 92 degree weather. Now let's look at our 7-day comfort air forecast. Monday and Tuesday will be the hottest day. Tuesday with a high of 94 degrees. Then little coldness, 86 degrees on Wednesday, and then back up to the low 90s, high 80s. I am Pablo Alsina, loving life in the desert.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of
It's time now for Your Health Today, brought to you by Inland Empire Health Plan. Another cinnamon product has been recalled because of possible lead contamination. The latest recall involves the Hey Tay brand cinnamon powder. It was sold at various supermarkets nationwide in an 8-ounce square bottle with a best by date of February 9, 2025. The FDA says no injuries or illnesses have been reported in connection to the specific recall. If you have the product, you should return it to the store for a full refund. A growing number of adults are choosing to start a family or expand it later in life. While advanced maternal age carries some added risks, experts say some misconceptions can cause undue stress or even discourage some from trying to get pregnant. Mandy Gaither has one woman's story and why her doctor says having an uncomplicated pregnancy at an advanced age is in fact possible.
At age 42, Melissa Holmes was set to get a hysterectomy to help with the pain of fibroids. Instead, she got the shock of her life.
About 2 weeks prior to everything being finalized through insurance and things, I found out I was pregnant.
Holmes already had a 22-year-old son from the first time she was pregnant. She wasn't planning to expand her family. And there was one more concern, her age.
When you're older and you're having a baby, you worry about, side effects. Is the baby going to be healthy? Is something going to be wrong with the baby? Or am I going to be able to survive this pregnancy?
It all depends on the health of the individual.
Holmes' OBGYN, Dr. Natasha Spencer with Orlando Health, says women in their 30s and 40s who don't have major underlying medical conditions and have a healthy lifestyle can have an uncomplicated pregnancy. But experts say overall, when compared to those of younger ages, women of advanced maternal age are at higher risk of complications like gestational diabetes, preeclampsia, labor problems, cesarean delivery. Older women are also at risk of delivering preterm or a child with low birth weight.
That women should, if it's definitely within their heart's desire to speak with their obstetrician gynecologist about pregnancy, despite them being older.
On December 19th, 2023, Holmes delivered a healthy baby boy.
I couldn't imagine my life without him.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, if you'd like more information on the stories we're airing this morning in our broadcast, you can go to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. We've got our breaking news and our top stories right there on our homepage, and a really great feature. It's our newsroom tab where you're going to find our stories and local community events organized by date. We'll be right back.
Exclusive content. Me on a plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the deal guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back on this Monday morning, October 20th. I'm Mary Strong. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. We'll have your 7-day forecast for you in just a few minutes. But first, it's time for Know Before You Go, where we tell you about all the major construction projects going on in the Valley for the week so you can avoid getting caught in traffic and know before you go. Joining us live from the CV Sync Traffic Management Center in Thousand Palms is Program Manager Chris Gunterson. Chris, good Monday morning to you. Good to see you. I hope you had a great weekend. What are some of the areas we should avoid this week?
Oh, I had a fantastic weekend, and I must say, Pablo, 93 degrees is pretty nice. I'll take it anytime.
That's right.
Today, we're going to start in Palm Springs with a project that's been going on for a while. This is the South Palm Canyon Bridge project. They're building a new bridge there, and it's going to take some time, but they're working on the west side bridge deck. And they've asked people to pay attention because there's going to be a lot more trucks going in and out of the area. There'll be flaggers out there. Use Bellardo Road, and you can access that with Mesquite or Sunny Dunes. Again, this is going to go on for a while. The traffic's been going through there pretty good, but if you want to avoid it, use Bellardo Road. I'm not sure the exact finish date on that, but it is going to wrap up probably sometime next year, maybe even into 2027. Next, we're going to go to Cathedral City. This is a project that's been happening there for a while. This is the shopping center there, Cathedral Cove Shopping Center. And they've had to modify 2 of the signals. So Allen Avenue and Date Palm have been modified. You're going to see some lane closures there still, even though most of the work is done in the street. They're going to be doing punch list items and then also finishing up the landscaping. So you'll see a road closure on the south side. I think the outside lane is going to be closed, but it is turning out very nice over there. We've added some different phasing for the signals. So if you're over in that area, the traffic patterns have changed. So make sure you take your time, be careful over there, and try and get used to the new traffic pattern. Last, we're going to wrap up in Palm Desert, another project that's been going on for a while with the Water District and a water line on Cook Street. This project is expected to wrap up by the end of this month. There's a lot of traffic control out there. Occasionally, you'll have lights in red flash. The traffic is just kind of unpredictable right now. So we highly recommend using an alternate route with Washington, or you can use Monterey to get north and south through the valley. But again, this is supposed to wrap up probably around the end of this month. So everybody will be really happy in that neighborhood that's wrapping up. So for today, my safety tip is with the time changing and the sun coming up later and setting earlier, a lot of times people have sun glare in their eyes. So safety tips is make sure you have a good pair of sunglasses. Make sure you got a good visor on your car, and then of course, make sure you clean your windshield. Those 3 items will help you out quite a bit. So when you're entering into traffic, and pay attention to, especially if the sun's low on the horizon, you can make sure you got a good gap in traffic. 7 seconds is what the MUTCD says is a safe window to get into traffic. So. That's all I have for today. And remember, slow down, put the phone down, and everybody have a safe week.
Chris, I love all the props this morning. You have a super good point. The one major accident I got in my lifetime was when the sun was really low on the horizon and right in my eyes. And it was hard to see the car in front of me. So you're very, very right. Those glasses.
Got to plan ahead, and I got to return all the props to my wife now. So.
That's right. So good to see you. Have a great week. We'll see you next Monday.
Thank you.
Well, the major federal shutdown that began in October 1st is now dragging into its third week, and it's starting to hit local organizations hard. Our community partner, Friends of the Desert Mountains, is one group feeling that impact. Our Alondra Campos is live in studio with details. Alondra.
That's right, Mary. This shutdown began because Congress failed to pass new funding appropriations for the fiscal year, and as of today, it's the third longest shutdown in U.S. history, with no sign yet of resolution. Now, for Friends of the Desert Mountains, the impact is clear. They've had to cancel or reschedule free public programs like lectures, bird walks, and tortoise talks since federal sites are currently shut down. In addition, because their office is located at the Monument Visitor Center off Highway 74, which is classified as federal land, they've been forced out of that space until further notice.
Well, we hope that there's a solution sooner than later for these offices to be opened back up, and so we can continue moving forward. We do have one of our largest annual event coming up on November 12th, and so we have a lot of organizing and working to do for that. So it would really be beneficial if we had these offices, but we're also ready to, pivot and make whatever changes we need to make sure that we continue our programs, continue our fundraising, and are able to provide this educational opportunities for people of all ages in the Coachella Valley.
So what does this mean for the community? Hikers, school groups, and volunteers who rely on these programs for nature education and outreach are being affected. And for the nonprofit itself, a prolonged shutdown could strain their capacity to operate at full strength. Coming up in our midday newscast, we'll have more on the measures the organization is taking to try and continue to offer their resources despite of the gridlock at the federal level. Live in studio, I'm Alondra Campos. Back to you.
All right, Alondra, thank you so much for that. In other news this morning, the Cathedral City Hot Air Balloon Festival is inching closer, and right now they're looking for vendors to participate. The 11th annual festival takes place from November 21st through the 23rd. They're looking for vendors who sell craft products and food. You can find an application to apply on our newsroom tab at NBCPalmSprings.com. The JW Marriott is spicing up the spookiness as we inch closer to Halloween this October. The hotel is hosting spooktacular boat rides this month. Guests and locals are invited to a thrilling cruise featuring eerie lighting, a costume crew, and haunting melodies. Each boat ride is 25 minutes. The boats are decorated, and you can enjoy sweet and savory snacks. The available dates are October 24th, 25th, and the 31st from 6 to 10 p.m. Reservations can be made through the newsroom tab on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Let's take a live look from our Agua Caliente Casino camera in Palm Springs. It's nice and cool out there this morning to start off our Monday, but Pablo says we're heating back up. Pablo, we're up, we're down. I think it's fall, but now we're heading slowly back to summer. What's going on?
Yeah, we're getting back to normal. Last week we had temperatures a lot cooler than usual, but now it's more what we expect this time of year in Palm Springs. And Chris said, oh, 93 is perfect. I guess I still have to get used to it. Yesterday I was like, oh, 92 degrees was so hot for me, but I am getting used to it. And I'm sure I will enjoy the 93-degree heat. Usually 67 degrees right now. Humidity just 25%. Precipitation at 0. You will not see a drop of water in Palm Springs for at least another week, if not a lot longer than that. Now looking at the hourly temps with dew points, 67 degrees right now. That's going to go up to around 91 degrees at 2 p.m. And then maybe 92 will be the high, and then it will come back down. The dew points at just 34%, so very comfortable, not that muggy, not that heavy. Temperatures up by Yucca Valley at 56 degrees right now. Desert Hot Springs at 69. Ansa at 42. Banning at 59. Palm Springs still a comfortable 67, but that's going to start heating up, and it's going to get even hotter on Tuesday. As we look at our 3-day comfort air forecast, 93 on Monday. Tuesday will be the hottest day of the week. Highs of 94, but then a low pressure system will come in, and the temperatures will start going back down to the high 80s, low 90s. I am Pablo Alcina. Just week 3 in Palm Springs, but I'm still trying to decide where to live. I'm staying at my friend's house, so send me suggestions. Let's go back over to Mary.
All right, Pablo, thanks so much. It's time now to take a look at your business headlines this morning with CNBC's Frank Holland.
Wall Street's pointed towards a higher open as investors turn their attention to a number of big-name earnings and a key report on inflation coming up later this week. The markets are coming off a volatile but positive week, with the Dow and the S&P 500 gaining more than 1.5%, the Nasdaq gaining more than 2%. This week, we get earnings from Netflix, Coca-Cola, Intel, Tesla, and others, and the September Consumer Price Index, which had been delayed because of the government shutdown. Amazon Web Services is currently experiencing a major outage that's taken down many online services, including Amazon Alexa and Snapchat, as well as platforms running on that cloud network. A post on Amazon's website says it is investigating errors on the East Coast, although outages are also affecting service in other parts of the world. The cause has not been confirmed, and it's unclear when service will be restored. Well, Americans are ready to set sail. AAA expects 21.7 million people to go on a cruise next year, the fourth straight year of record demand. Cruise lines are marketing voyages as a good value compared with land-based resorts, with year-round promotions and loyalty discounts helping to attract new and repeat customers. With your CNBC Morning Business Report, I'm Frank Holland.
Well, Meta is giving parents more control over how their teens interact with AI chatbots. Last Friday, the company announced new safety features on their social media platforms that will let parents block private conversations with certain chatbots. Parents will also be able to get insight into topics their children are discussing with the bots. The changes come as AI chatbots face scrutiny over their interactions with children that lawsuits claim have driven some to suicide. The ability to turn off certain chatbots will begin next year, but according to Meta, their AI assistant will remain available, but they say it has default age-appropriate protections in place to help keep teens safe. Earlier, we showed you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and I told you I'd show you that photo again and give you one more hint before we reveal it at the end of our broadcast. So here's the photo, and here's the hint. You can find this public space in Coachella. Think about that. We'll tell you more about this location coming up later in our broadcast. On your morning news, next, we stop by the sports desk with Caitlin Kelly. She has a recap of all your weekend sports. But first, we're going to head back outside. This is a live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Pablo says you may need your AC on over the next few days. He'll explain next.
I am Pablo Alcina. Time for your full weather. And look at the Indian Wells Golf Resort. Beautiful shot, perfectly clear skies. Oh, those greens, they look so nice. I can't wait to play golf in Palm Springs. I also can't wait to break 90. Never done that. Let's look at the temperatures right now. As we look back to our almanac, usually we're at 90s or even slightly higher than normal at 93 degrees. Last week we were around 10 degrees cooler than normal. Now we're back to a little bit over, nowhere near the record high of 108 degrees set in 2023 for today's date. The low, in case you're wondering, 40 degrees back in 1949. The whole Southwest, Palm Springs, the hottest in the area, even hotter than Phoenix. San Diego just 78 degrees, LA at 82, Vegas at 83. So if you went to the Vegas this weekend, it was very nice weather over in Vegas. High temperatures you're going to see today. Palm Springs is going to reach 93, Idlewild just 76. Hi to our friends in Idlewild. People tell me it's gorgeous. Have to go visit. Cabazon, 91 degrees. Big Bear City, they're going to see highs of 70 degrees. Looking at the wind gusts, just 7 miles an hour in Palm Springs, 8 miles an hour in Whitewater. Palm Desert seeing wind gusts of just 4 miles an hour. That's why it's going to feel a little bit hotter than it actually is. Not that much wind. But again, people here tell me 92 degrees is perfect. Guess I got to get used to that. If you're going for a walk after us, gorgeous 8 a.m., just 67 degrees. It's going to heat up to around 85 degrees at noon and then reaching those 90s around 2 p.m. Our 7-day comfort air forecast, you're going to notice Tuesday is the hottest day of the week at 94. Then the low pressure system will come in, lowering the temperatures. I am Pablo Alcina. I keep it here on NBC Palm Springs.
Coming up on today, it's a special morning around here. We're launching our first ever Today Fan Fest with a morning of fun and surprises live on our plaza. We're talking games, giveaways, stars, and more. And it all starts in just a bit right here on Today.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
NBC Palm Springs Sports, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
A lot happened over the weekend in Valley sports. NBC Palm Springs' Caitlin Kelly breaks it all down for us.
It was a championship Sunday for the Desert as the Coachella Valley Scorpions traveled to Seattle to compete in the National Pickleball League title match. From the opening serve, the Scorpions were absolutely dominant, controlling the pace and momentum from start to finish in one of their most complete overall performances this season.
Championship point. Second time. Ooh, that's just a, that's it.
Coachella Valley, the Scorpions are your 2025 National Pickleball League champions.
And with that killer ace, the Scorpions dethroned the #1 team in the country, the Seattle Tsunami, to officially win their first ever NPL championship. And the Coachella Valley Firebirds hit the ice today in Bakersfield against the Condors. The Firebirds jumped out to a 3-1 lead in the first period, but the Condors would come roaring back. Regulation gameplay would end in a tie at 4 apiece, with the Condors ultimately scoring in overtime to win 5-4. The Firebirds' next game is this Wednesday in San Jose against the Barracuda. Tough loss for the Birds, but they're definitely trending in the right direction. That'll do it for sports. I'm Caitlin Kelly.
Well, the NBA season gets underway on Tuesday night, and the action returns to NBC for the first time in 24 years with a season-opening doubleheader featuring the defending champion Oklahoma Thunder. Mark Barger has details.
Round Ball Rock is NBC's iconic NBA theme song. And below the network's headquarters in New York, 30 Rocks at 30 Rock decorate Rockefeller Plaza in celebration of the league's return to NBC.
I love the idea of merging, sports with fine arts.
Victor Quinones is one of 30 artists who created one-of-a-kind, oversized round ball rocks, each one adorned with designs representing the city and culture of all 30 NBA teams.
I think all the artists nailed it.
Quinones worked on the Brooklyn Nets.
So I wanted to use East Coast graffiti style where it says spread love and incorporate a lot of elements that represent Brooklyn.
An artist known as Mad Steez repped the rival New York Knicks.
What I wanted to do was depict the fans and how how awesome they were and just the energy within the city.
The energy of the art dazzled the passersby.
I think the colors are amazing. They totally capture California.
I don't want to give too much credit to Philly, but their ball is beautiful. I really like it. It's very unique.
One Timberwolves fan did offer a minor critique.
You can see I'm wearing a Nas Reed shirt, so we could have put Nas Reed here. That'd be my only thing to add.
Some different art awaits fans of defending champion Oklahoma City when they open the season Tuesday night on NBC against Houston and former OKC star Kevin Durant.
We are looking forward to it when they drop that banner and Kevin Durant comes back to Oklahoma City to watch the banner drop for the OKC Thunder. Yeah. He should have stayed.
As that tip-off and a follow-up between the Warriors and Lakers beckon, wannabe NBA stars are taking their shot on 30 Rock's custom LED court. Just a prelude for what's to come.
Give me basketball. I'm in. I'm watching.
Mark Barger, NBC Entertainment.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Well, the movie Black Phone 2 led in theaters this weekend. Here's Rick Damigella with your box office recap.
We all like going back in time and imagining how things could have gone differently.
Roofman fell from second place, landing in fifth on ticket sales of $3.7 million.
I'm creating a closed circuit.
One battle after another dropped to fourth with $4 million.
Can you keep a secret? I'm an angel.
Good Fortune debuted in third with $6.2 million.
So much talk of AI and big tech today.
Tron Ares failed to reboot in its second weekend in theaters, adding $11.1 million to its $54.6 million domestic total.
Have you heard of the Grabber? I killed him.
The horror sequel Black Phone 2 killed the competition with $26.5 million. That number places it just ahead of the original flick, which released in summer of 2022 to a $23.6 million debut. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Well, an animated classic returns to theaters this weekend, plus Walton Goggins joins the cast of an upcoming action flick. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
She's very troubled. She's running from this
insane past.
Brandy is apologizing for a health scare that caused her to abruptly end a weekend show. The performer posted on Instagram she experienced dehydration and feelings of wanting to faint before leaving the stage in Chicago Saturday night to seek medical attention. She thanked her fans for their love, support, and prayers.
He is lost, and he is desperate.
Walton Goggins has joined the cast of the action thriller Painter, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Amber Midthunder stars as a young woman with a particular set of skills who will need those skills to rescue her kidnapped father. Goggins plays the dad in distress. No word when the film is due in theaters.
Chihiro, we're almost there.
The Hayao Miyazaki classic Spirited Away is back in theaters through Wednesday as part of Studio Ghibli Fest 2025. Locations and showtimes at fathomentertainment.com. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And don't forget, if you want more information on the stories we're airing this morning, you can go to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. We've also got a really great newsroom tab where you're going to find our stories and community events organized by date. Let's head outside and take a live look at your Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. I always love this gorgeous view. It's such a nice way to start our Monday morning. We've got some pinks topping the mountains there out in the distance. We're going to be right back to reveal our Where in the Valley special location. You're watching NBC Palm Springs in the morning. Stay right here.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything.
It's time to reveal our special location for our broadcast. Here's the photo again. This is Veterans Park off 6th Street in Coachella. It's right behind Coachella City Hall, and they've got a really great swimming pool there. Well, the Mega Millions jackpot has grown yet again after no tickets matched all 6 numbers in Friday's drawing. The jackpot has now reached $650 million. That's the 10th largest amount in the game's history. The last time there was a top 10 jackpot was December 2024. The next drawing will be on Tuesday, so don't forget to get your tickets.
I never play those.
I never do either. My mom plays them, and I'm always like, is it going to be this week where we're like, hey?
I figure if I don't play, it's like if I won $1.
I know. I won the most. What's the most you've ever won? Have you ever won any?
No, I don't.
Never.
Play.
You don't play at all? Okay, I've won $10. So
oh, nice.
Hopefully, I'll get a ticket this week, and we'll see what happens.